What's up, Euro Squad? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at how to make your brakes on any car that might be corroded or rusty or whatever just look bad. Make them look perfect for under 20 bucks. The car in question here is my 2012 TDI, and as you can see, the brakes on this thing are just crap looking. They're just rusty and corroded. We're going to be touching them up with some Rust-Oleum red paint, which of course adds like 20 horsepower, so it's a no-brainer. Alright, so we're going to start on this passenger rear, and it's quite corroded. It has a lot of spots on it, and it also has the parking brake, the e-brake, so we're going to need to have to disconnect that cable so that we can drop it down and paint it. So the first thing you're going to need to disconnect is going to be this guy right here. This is a triple square 14, and these like to strip out. So if you don't have a triple square set, go to Harbor Freight, get yourself a set of icons. Not sponsored, wish it was. Please, Harbor Freight, sponsor me. And also you're going to want to add heat, because if you strip that, you are screwed. Alright, so what I'm doing here with the torch is I'm heating up the red Loctite that is on those bolts that hold the caliper on. And what this is going to do is break that Loctite down so that the bolt will come off easier. The other thing is, do the heat away from any wires or sensors or hoses so you don't burn them. Holy shit, those are on there. Curse whoever did these brakes last. Well, first, take out these slide pins, and then you're going to want to take a wire wheel and wire wheel it. The longer you spend on it, or the better it'll turn out. So that one you can take to a bench and do, which makes it turn out better, but this one you have to do on the car. As you can see, it's really bad underneath. Alright, first thing I like to do is just grab a wire brush. This one's a welding brush. And as you can see, it brings off quite a bit of dust. I just clamped it in the vise here with an old microfiber. Take one of these guys. I think this is like $8 at Harbor Freight. Throw it on your drill. As you can see there, cleaned it up a bit. Now it's not so rusty. You just want it to be slightly shiny. So let's move over to the one on the car. That one's harder because you can't move it around. Alright, so for this one, I'm gonna, since I have so low of a hose, it's a little hose there, I'm going to lift the car up so I can wheel this tray, this rolling cart under it, and then work on that. So. As much time as I want to spend on it, and I'm thinking that I will paint most of this, or I will mask it off. I'm not sure yet. I might have to just mask it off because there's so many working parts. So that's the next step, is mask off everything where you see a flat polished surface like that, because you don't want paint in the way of the mating surfaces to where the bolts tighten down on it. So make sure you mask off that stuff. So let's go. All right, there we go. Masked off, got the piston masked off, these spots, and then I decided just to mask off the entire e-brake assembly. I didn't want any paint in there, so yeah. There we go. Now we've got to mask off the wheel well and the underneath of the car, and then hang it so then we can paint it and not get anything on our paint or our chassis. So all right, I went full genius mode and realized I could just thread it through a box, and then I covered up the paint with a garbage bag. Don't want any overspray or particles landing. So now we're gonna give this 3 coats. First coat, then wait 15 minutes, and then second coat, and then I'm gonna, I don't know, give it probably 45 minutes to an hour, and then come back and touch it up. And I'm using this paint here, and it's kind of runny. You got to get paint that is high heat tolerance. So I think I got this at Harbor Freight. It was like $8. It's for calipers. So I'm gonna throw that on there, and then I'll come back when it's... All right, there we go. Just finished the 3rd coat. It's looking pretty glossy. I'm gonna leave it overnight so that it can dry, and next morning it's all dry to the touch, glossy. So let's get it put back together, and then we can do the rest of the car, see how it looks when we're all putting this all back together. The tip here, definitely tape this off fully, because as you can see, we got some overspray on there. Other than that, it went together pretty good. And also, don't forget to re-grease your slide pins. All right, so now that this is done, I'm gonna move off to the rest of the car, and then we'll pull it out in the sun, and we'll show you guys the final result. If you liked this video and found it helpful, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more content like this on the TDI, make sure to follow me. In the next video, we're going to be DIY painting, stuff like the hood. And then we're replacing this door because it has this big dent and the paint is all chipped off. And then we got some new carbon mirror caps coming. So if you like this kind of content, make sure to follow me.